Blog Talk Radio. Welcome to Take Two Radio. We are pleased to bring you interviews with people in the entertainment and music industry, discussions and recaps of the 4 remaining daytime soaps. That's The Bold and the Beautiful, The Young and the Restless, General Hospital, and Days of Our Lives, as well as various other shows. For upcoming and previous shows, check take2radio.com. That's with the number 2. And you can find us on Blog Talk Radio, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and other streaming apps. Follow us on social media at Take Two Radio, and thanks for listening. And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Take Two Radio. I'm Pam, your host, and joining me today is David and Candice. But we're waiting for Candice to say, get online.
Yeah, we are waiting for her.
Yeah, we've got a lot of absentees today. Nobody's getting a perfect record of being 100%. That includes myself. I've missed a lot of shows, too. You know, things happen.
Things happen. What do we do?
So, nothing. We go with the flow.
Yep.
So, it's officially fall. And
it is.
I know a lot of people love it. I have lots of friends and family that love fall. I'm a summer person, and it doesn't matter how hot it gets. It's the humidity that bothers me, but I still would take it over any other season. What about you?
I'm more like a late spring person. I don't like it too hot like it's been because I'm not comfortable. I like it just enough.
Well, then you're probably you're probably a fall person too then.
I think I might be a fall person if I favor Thanksgiving a lot.
Yeah, well, by the time Thanksgiving's around, it's usually snowing, so that's more towards winter, even though it's not officially winter. So,
right.
And I don't like late spring because in Chicago, late spring still means a lot of snow and cold. So, you know, basically Chicago has 2 seasons. I mean, we've got winter so long, it feels like it's half a year long because of how long it goes into the year. It could start in October. We've had snow on Halloween. And go all the way through till April. That's 6 months. That's 6 months of winter. So
it is 6 months. Have you ever had snow in April?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Over there? We have too.
Yeah, definitely. All the way through April. I mean, the latter part of April, I don't think so. I think it's more the beginning. But it's irritating because when February is done, you're kind of at that point where, I know I'm tired of the snow after the first fall. But most people are like okay with it, and by the time February's over with, you want spring to be getting here with summer. And it just doesn't cooperate. Mother Nature says, I ain't done yet. Nope, we're bringing you more. Or they do the teaser thing where they give you one day that's like 60, and then the next day you got a foot of snow. You know, that's why I'm not crazy about spring.
Yes, I know.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to do things a little differently as far as who we're going to start. We usually start with the Bold and the Beautiful, but I need to start with General Hospital first.
Okay.
There's a couple of things.
Yeah, there are a couple of things. I think I might have missed something, but who knows? Let's see. No, he's seen it. All right. Where would you like? Oh, there's Candice. There she is.
Okay. All right. Well, I was going to say we can't start without her. You know, little Miss over there is stuffing her face.
Yep.
While me and David are babbling about the weather waiting.
Oh, sorry. Hello, everybody. Hi.
Hi.
Well,
And hopefully Nathan is coming.
I just telling David that we're going to go ahead and start with General Hospital first instead of the Bold and the Beautiful like we usually do, because I have a couple of things going on. Well, even if you didn't watch Bold today, you still watched it during the week, right?
Right.
Okay. So, General Hospital, first of all, I have to say that out of all the people to murder, Brando is not my choice. And for some reason, you know, like most of the time when they kill somebody off, I don't have anything much to say about it unless I'm really into that character. But a lot of times it's just somebody that's, you know, like a background player. It's not necessarily the upfront characters. But for some reason, this one with Brando really bugged me. I actually got tears in my eyes when he died, you know. Hey, Nathan, we're just starting with General Hospital. So,
hey, how you guys doing?
Good. So it's really bugging me about why they had to bump off Nathan. So what are your thoughts on that, David?
You mean
first?
Brando?
Oh, Brando.
I don't want to bump Nathan off.
Yeah, I know. Just because I just said hi to him. Brando. Yeah. So go ahead, David. What are your thoughts?
Well, I was surprised. I really didn't see it. I really didn't see it coming. But those insiders, there are some insiders who probably did see it coming.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would be him. And right now, I know only because that I heard that he got a spot. I think what I was told, one person told me he got something on Amazon, and then another person told me he got a spot on Rookie Feds.
I have no idea, but we wish him all the best, and you know we'll follow like we do our other actors.
I am very sad because I did like him, and I know it's going to be very interesting this weekend at Marcus and Johnny's event.
Oh, I'm sure it will be. Candice?
So here's the deal. Was I surprised that Brando was the first real victim to die? No. I'm gonna be honest, because I think we're now in a habit when we watch a soap, we always expect day player number 2 to be the first one to die and not a main character. And I was like, okay, if they're going to do a killing storyline, some people got to go. Like, I know it hurts because some of our favorite characters are probably going to leave and whatnot, but it's adding to the drama. I knew he was leaving because General Hospital is doing some budget cuts. They kind of went over budget a little bit. So story-wise, this is really interesting, but I was like, dang, oh, the Brando and Sasha fans out there. And there's some, believe it or not, there's some. And I was just like, oh, where do we go at from now? And then I'm like, oh, Sophia's about to get some more Emmy material. And I was like, Brando, what got me was, I was like, at first, I was like, are they going to rewrite, did they change their mind? Because
right.
when, he was in the hospital, but something told me, I said, General Hospital was about to pull a Nathan and a Maxie. And I'm like, okay, so, Sasha and them are talking. He's, took the tube out of his. I was like, oh, there might be some hope. And then when he started coughing and he saw the blood, I was like, oh, damn. I was like, oh, God. I was like, and I'm he's doing the seizuring. And I'm like, who is the doctor? I said, Finn. So I was like, who's the doctor? I said, we got a new Dr. Rick Sauer on staff. And for those who got the joke there, okay. But I'm like, oh my gosh, like I was like, oh, he's gonna die. But also, General Hospital also snitched on themselves because they showed a picture. And I was like, yeah, that looks like Johnny. Like that looks like Johnny in the back. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was kind of hard to tell. Yeah, it was kind of hard to tell. They were doing comparison pictures with several people, including Johnny, and it could have been any one of them. You know.
And also, when they did it was another promo picture with somebody holding the newspaper. And again, the FBI sub-Twitter, they highlighted and they was like, yeah, it's Brando. Like, I was like, oh.
No, I didn't see that. Well, you know, when they put up a, I don't even remember who it was, if it was Soap Opera Digest or somebody said one of these people are going to die. And it was a picture of all of them, and I could only pick out one person that I wouldn't mind being bumped off. Can anybody guess who that is?
Chad?
Who?
Michael?
No. I like Michael. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I like him.
I said Michael because that would have been a shock. That would have been that would have been like, oh my gosh, like we got a real serial kill storyline.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't mind if they bumped off
Diane?
Nina.
Oh,
no,
Nina.
I love Diane. No. Leave Diane alone. Nina can go.
I'm just thinking of shock values. The shock values.
I don't care about shock value. Just go.
Wow.
Nathan, what are your thoughts?
Well, I gotta say, I am not shocked. Neither am I surprised of Brando's demise. There were some insiders, and from what my sources told me, Brando was going to go. So, you know, I will miss the actor, though. Johnny Wacker, I thought, did a great job with the character of Brando. I wasn't a big fan of the character of Brando myself, but he did a very decent job. I just hope that with this this hooker killer storyline that they do indeed trim the budget, so to speak, or the fat, excuse me, because you know GH has too many characters on the show. But you know, the scenes that Brando and Sasha had were very emotional, and Sophia Madison, who plays Sasha, I thought did a wonderful job too. It's a shame though that I mean, for me, I don't think they'll have anything for Sophia Madison to do except for Sasha to have more meltdowns, unfortunately. But I do think that Sasha at this time needs closure, and I hope that she does get it.
Well, I mean, they've been picking on the poor girl for how long? They, you know, give her drug problems, heart problems from the drugs, and the baby dying.
They're making her the Britney Spears of General Hospital.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like when she did the attack on the paparazzi on that guy, that was clearly a Britney Spears moment. And you know, like for those who don't know, Dan and Chris, who are the head writers, and this is not a joke, I'm actually older than them. So it's like, okay, you're trying to make Sasha into that character where she's sort of a build-up star, and then she crashed and burned, and she has all of this emotional, you know, situations and stuff like that. So yeah, she is General Hospital's version of Britney Spears.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
And Candice did have a thought. I remember hearing it. Remember what you said, Candice, about
I have so many ideas.
Why is everyone? Well, why has it been so hard for Sasha? Yeah, I love your main line, what you said about that.
Shoot, I don't even remember.
You said,
I mean, come on, as much as Candice talks, you think she remembers everything?
Yeah, well, this one stands out because she says it is a soap opera, and not everybody can have rainbows and lollipops.
Oh yeah, I do say that. That is the trademark.
Right.
So it's hard because it's like, you know, Sasha, because I know some people was like saying, okay, when they was doing the montage, all they saw was how many times Brando saved Sasha. Well, guess what? That was the point. Sasha had an effed up life when she got hooked on drugs and all that stuff, and she needed somebody to rely on to kind of and that's real life. It's that you will find a person or people to help pull you through the hard times and share the good times and stuff like that. And now that her anchor is gone, what happens next? You know, and that's the thing, So we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, I saw somebody say, you think that Sasha and Sonny will hook up? I'm like, oh Lordy B.
No.
No, I don't need that in my life. Sorry.
No, we don't. But I guess we got to go through the courts again. She needs a guardian.
For the conservatorship.
Well,
for the conservatorship.
Gladys will probably be her guardian, I would imagine.
This is going to be
I think
General Hospital, just own up and say you're doing Britney Spears. You're doing the Britney Spears, because I can see where this is probably going to go. And,
Right. Now, the second thing I need to talk about is what the heck? Hello?
Right. Elizabeth?
What? Yes. What?
Okay.
What is? How can this be Finn's wife? Aren't they like almost the same age? What's going on?
No. Here's my question, and I'm going to just cut out and say it. General Hospital, how did you turn this into a Finn storyline? How did you turn
the other thing?
But
he's her boyfriend.
Well, I don't care if he's boyfriend, cousin. Again, General Hospital, you have done, look, because when we get on days, I'm calling everybody out tonight. I'm sorry. But General Hospital, for a year now, you've been trolling us fans. You kept saying you guys have a storyline for Elizabeth. We've been asking for an Elizabeth-centric storyline for a long time. She just celebrated 25 years on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, starting last year when Franco died, I knew something was up. I smelled it a mile away. Because instead of focusing on how she's dealing with Franco, you overlapped it with her and Carly, with Carly feeling bad about Jason and all that stuff. Okay, moving on. Then you had the traces of a DID storyline, like you're literally dropping crumbs here and there. Then it was a mental stress. Then you said it was sleeping pills. Then you said, like clearly to quote Rebecca Hurt when she did her interview, she didn't know what was going on. Neither did we, and it showed. So today, I'm like Pam and like everybody else. I'm at home. I'm watching it. I'm eating a bowl of popcorn. I'm like, okay, this is Rebecca Hurt looking fabulous, looking great. And then when they did the scene where she's joined and Finn is like, I'm like, okay, there's a parallel happening. What is happening here? And then I saw it, and I'm like, say what now?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, she sketched the dead wife. And I'm like, now, okay, General Hospital, you're going to have to do some explanation. Because the same dead wife who Finn came to town because she was poisoned. She had an infection disease. So if you're going to tell me that Elizabeth gave her that disease, or the real situation is that we're going to forget she died of that disease and she actually died on the step, I'm done. I am done, GH, because and my thing is that, okay, so Finn's wife was cheating on Elizabeth's dad. So I guess, Finn obviously doesn't know this, and I don't think I'm so confused.
At the time. I am too.
You're
not
know what to
the
only
say.
one. I was reading some tweets, and here's just some of them. They're making her past trauma about Finn. Are you effing kidding me, GH? Are you effing kidding me? All right. Then,
there's a lot of that.
So Finn has banged or is trying to bang the daughter of the man who may turn out to be his dead wife's side piece. Is this what we're going with? Seriously, GH?
Well, I'm going to say this. Actually, Finn is banging two of the daughters of the guy that was sleeping with his ex-wife because he had Hagen,
that's
too.
True.
Hayden and Elizabeth sisters.
Right,
Remember,
right.
half sisters.
Well, they did say daughters. I just didn't see the S on there because I'm reading without my glasses. How did Finn make someone he barely knew dying about himself? At this point, put him and Nina together because they are the same. Let's see. If runaway teenage Liz showed up in Port Charles smoking a cigarette because of something grown-ass Finn or someone Finn adjacent did, I'm going to scream. It's like Peter August all over again. Stop messing with the backstory of our heroines. And justice for Dominique, too, GH.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to get to the kind of clean ones. I don't hate Finn, just don't like how they are writing him. He was okay with Anna, and I like him with Hayden. Just feels like he's playing his character more like John McBain instead of Finn. Well, I have to agree with all of those, you know? Nathan, what are your thoughts?
I echo the sentiments and the thoughts of everyone else here today based on the storyline when it comes to Elizabeth Weber. I mean, General Hospital, why did you drop the ball? Why are you continuing to drop the ball on the storyline when you have so much that you could use? And for Rebecca Hurst, I feel she deserves way better than the writing she's getting right now. And I agree, actually, with some of those tweets about Finn. Right. Because Finn, the way he's been written these past couple of months has been boring. It's been disappointing, and it's uncomfortable for me because I like Finn. I loved him with Anna. I loved him with Hayden, but him and Elizabeth, at first it could have been something, but you know I just haven't enjoyed their quote-unquote so-called pairing. And there's just so much that Joe Hospital could do to show more of Elizabeth in his storyline. Because for me, I kind of saw this one coming because I don't think they really know what they're doing. But that's just me.
Yeah.
No, they don't. They don't. Even Rebecca Hurst said it. She doesn't even know what's going on with the story. She said it right out her own mouth. And that's that. And that is really sad when you have your actress not know what the direction of the storyline that she's supposed to be headlining is going. It's really like the fact that you, and I've been saying this all week long, is sort of like Dan and Chris in the writing team, to, ball up a piece of paper, dip it into some glue, and throw it at the wall to see which one sticks. And then whatever sticks, they pull it off and say, okay, we're going to go with this storyline. Because none of this is making any kind of sense. I get that they want to have Finn and Elizabeth like in a scene. I get it. She wants to work with Michael and stuff like that. I get it. But you do not do this. This is if they go ahead and retcon her whole 25-year history on that show. Like I said, I am going to be mad because that means still okay. So now are we going to bring? Because this is going to make me ask this question. Hey, General Hospital. Are you ever bringing Jeff Weber on?
Right.
Or are you going to just like diffuse the whole situation because now we got another problem. See, General Hospital, you think I forgot this too? So clearly this is the same wife, or because Finn and his father shared Jackie Templeton. Now you want to tell me Jeff Weber and Finn shared the same wife, the same woman? Are you kidding me? Like, this, I don't, and all of this is because of Peter? This was triggered by Peter?
No, it's triggered by Finn, I think.
No, because remember, it started with, when Elizabeth was coming down the steps, and she stopped, and we saw the flash of her going to Peter, when Peter was on the floor, when Finn pushed him down the steps.
Yeah, that reminded her.
All of this.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, yesterday when she was looking too, when she was hypnotized, she saw the girl laying, and then she saw Peter again.
Mm-hmm.
So, So, yeah, that's what knocked it into her. Well, I have to say that I laughed today. Did you, all of you see today's episode?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was funny when Anna put her hand over Valentine's mouth and nose because he was getting ready to sneeze. Did you see that? I just burst out laughing.
I saw it.
I thought that was so funny.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought it was so funny. Right in the middle of them trying to be quiet and try to, hide from these people in a serious moment, and they pull out this funny part. And I like that every once in a while instead of serious all the time.
Yeah. It's good. It lightens the entire mood.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of these actors have great comedic timing, and they don't use that enough. So, do you think Lucy is going to mess it up? I mean, she
I don't
always
know if Victor's
does.
going to give her enough time.
Yeah. Candice?
Mm-hmm. Sorry. Yeah, I think somehow Lucy's gonna mess it up. It's Lucy. Come on.
Right, that she always does.
Yeah, it's Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would be surprised if she doesn't mess this up.
Let's put it that way, right? I agree.
Yeah.
All right, and this is supposedly coming up. I don't read spoilers, but I happen to see it because it's right in front of my face. But that supposedly Anna and Valentine are going to take Victor down. And I have to say I'm going to kind of miss him. I like him on there, but then again, I like Charles Shaughnessy.
But is this going to mean he's going to be off the show? Is he leaving the show? Or is it just them saying they're going to take him down and just, it's going to be messed up? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
And by the way, Charles, congratulations on your first grandbaby. I just saw your tweet.
Yes, congratulations.
Yeah, definitely. So, who else? Anybody else you want to talk about?
Oh, yeah.
Carly.
No,
Carly
in
in Florida.
To get rid of the glitter.
Oh, yes, Carly.
Well, I'm going to skip that because I want to talk about Glitter Boy, Chase. Chase. It was sad. It was sad when, Chase comes in and he's trying to find out about what's going on with Brando. Like, he's like, yeah, I need to know the evidence. Like, what was this? And Finn is like, remember, you're not a cop anymore. And this is my problem, General Hospital. Okay, I get that he's still on investigation, suspension, whatever, parole, whatever it is, right? But can we please kind of hurry that up? Because I'm sorry. This whole Chase being a wannabe rock star from 1988 ain't working for me. Okay? This whole, I understand y'all was paying homage to Eddie Main. Great storyline, great character, great. I loved it back in the 90s when it happened. But this whole Chase Brooklyn thing, I'm falling asleep, one. Yeah, I'm glad they actually kissed. I'm so happy. It took forever to get to this point. But I'm just so confused as to what, again, the key word General Hospital is confusing because I don't know what am I supposed to feel for the storyline. I'm waiting for Chase to become a cop again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that too.
I'm like,
yeah,
this
me
is
too,
not Cop
too.
Rock. This is not Cop Rock, ABC. I know you missed that show, ABC. I know you missed Cop Rock, but this ain't Cop Rock, okay? This is General Hospital. This is where we need Chase to be a cop. If you wanted to do this with any other character, make them into a singer, there's this young boy named Cameron Weber. Cameron Weber was the perfect person to make a rock star. Shout out to William Lipton. Hey, William, great song.
Yeah. I do have to say I enjoy when Chase sings, though, because I like his voice. I think he has a great voice.
He can sing on the nurse's ball. He can sing, but this whole storyline of him being a rock star is not working for me. He is no Danny Romalotti.
No. I mean, I could see him doing it part-time, after his cop job is over with and during the day, and then do it, on the weekends or something just to get this guy, this manager. But even that storyline, I'm bored to death with.
Like I said, get Cameron. Why can't Cameron is the one who's singing his heart out. Did we not see him at the club? He was like singing, honey, honey. Like, come on now. Like, you could have
Very
given
talented.
me. Yeah, and he's a talented man. Like, to me, that's more, like, makes sense, is that Cameron, like, Brooklyn notices that Cameron has a talent, and Elizabeth is having an issue with that. At the same time, Cameron is like, okay. At the same time, this does cause a little thing between Joss and Cam, besides the sex tape, which we never got any consequences from. So you give me that instead of this Chase thing, like the glitter, I was like, Josh, honey.
No.
Blink if
yeah.
you really,
you
like,
put him in timeout. He needs to be in timeout.
No, no. Somebody at GH needs to be put in timeout for all of that glitter. Like, seriously,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I looked at Chase. I looked at that picture, and I was like, this is giving me, for those who grew up in the 80s, y'all know exactly where I'm about to go at. If you remember when Barbie and the Rockers came out, remember Barbie and the Rockers? That's when he looked like Ken. He looked like Ken, because straight up Ken had that silver jacket on with his chest out and black pants with the stars on it, that when you rub the stars, it glows in the dark.
Well, I hope this is only Brooklyn's daydream, because I don't want to see the glitter in his face either. He should be, if he's going to do it, just go plain. He doesn't need all that makeup and that.
This is not Kiss.
Nope, I agree. So now back to Carly, because I think that's interesting as far as what's going to come out of this. What is the point of her remembering all this stuff and confronting this woman?
Your guess
Anybody?
is good as mine. Your guess is good as mine.
Oh, no.
Nice seeing Linda Pearl.
Right. I mean, she could have
played.
She could have played Elizabeth's mom. You know that, right? I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's a lot of woulda, couldas lately, you know, and the shoulda, shouldn'ts as well.
Like all of a sudden, this lady is like, "Oh, I know who you are. Yeah, I'm the one that slept with your husband." Like, really? We trying to, so General Hospital, clearly we're going back to 2002 for the Carly stuff with Reese, and we're going back to 97, 98 for Elizabeth. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Like, we're putting this back up again, like, I understand, like, you know, okay, for some fans, I know some people was like, okay, it was a rewrite that about Carly going to her mother's grave because she wasn't there and everything. And it wasn't. You guys, it really wasn't. That was not a rewrite. Can't say that. Because Carly was not there when Virginia died. And Jason was in charge of the funeral service and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm glad that they talked about when Carly had her mental break, because I feel as though some people forget that there's 4 Carlys. I keep preaching to the choir about it. And that's why I said, you know, with Jennifer's version of Carly, this is the Carly that is supposed to be we're talking about in this storyline with Carly right now. Is that because of her unbalance, she couldn't take care of certain things. So I'm like, okay, you brought up Ruby. I'm like, okay, yeah, like, to me, is this the what's that book? Eat, Drink, Love. Eat.
Eat, Pray,
book?
Love. Eat, Pray, Love. Is it?
That's what I feel. Yeah. That's what I feel like. This is the storyline. That's reminding me of that book. It's like, okay, Carly is doing her self-evaluation. She's rediscovering herself. She understands that for 20-something years, it's always been her, Jason, and Sonny. Now she doesn't have neither one of them. So how does she stand on her own 2 feet? Can she stand on her own 2 feet? Can she accept her flaws? Can she accept her accomplishments? Like, can she go from the past, learn from her mistakes from the past, and bring it into the future? That's what I get from the storyline.
Yeah. That makes sense, and that would be an interesting storyline as long as they keep it that way and don't go out at left field like they've been doing.
Right, and don't bring up Drew. I mean, Jason 3.0.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Drew, what happened to Drew? What did they do with Drew? I don't get it. I don't understand myself anymore.
Neither do I.
No.
You see, scout who? Scout who, Drew? Do you remember your daughter?
Where's Danny?
Okay.
Where's Danny?
Well, Danny's Jason.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, wait, no.
Yeah, Danny is Jason.
Jason. but Scout, because people forget, the reason Drew came home, the thing that kept him going was Scout.
Was his daughter, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I mean, I noticed they aged her, and I was like, hey, Scout. But I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm going to keep my mouth shut because
well, I think another character that's wasted on there with a screwy storyline is Josh Kelly. I absolutely love Josh on One Life to Live, and I was so excited to see him come on General Hospital, and then they do this. Why?
There's no words. There's no words. There's no words to describe.
There isn't.
He could have been Lucky
just...
Spencer. He could have been Lucky Spencer. He could have been Lucky Spencer if given. And it's sad because, okay, you bring, like General Hospital, you have this thing that you've been doing for the last couple of months, years at this point. You bring on these characters, and you don't even allow 2 months to go by without tying them to the canvas. Because my thing is that, yeah, it was interesting that at first he knew Dante. I was like, okay, I could buy it. You know, like, you know, they're bros.
Right.
They know each other from summer camp.
Right.
Something told me, Candice, you know better. You know they're going to connect this character to somebody. And I kept saying Mac. I kept saying Mac. I didn't know why I kept saying Mac. Probably because every time Felicia and Mac had conversations, they were talking about the kill children. And I was like, okay, you know, was they going to say that Esme was Felicia's kid? Because we were so pressed on that. Like, General Hospital, I give you your props for that because you made us think that. But then when Cody said, when he said Belle, I was like, holy crap, that's Catherine Belle's kid. I was like, oh my God, this is a Cassadine. I said, Stephon and Catherine had a child together. Like, I was getting all excited. Then I was like, wait a minute.
That's what.
And then when he hit Scotty, I was like, oh no. And when he said he was Dominique's kid, I was like, oh no. And then when I said Dominique, I said Dominique was only with one man, and that's Mac. And people was like, wait, I said Mac was with both sisters. Before Felicia, he was with both sisters, Catherine and Dominique. I was like, this ruins Dominique. I said, this ruins Dominique because it's like, you know darn good well Dominique would have told Scotty about that child. You making Cody mad at Serena. By the way, Serena blew her inheritance on dolphins. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. That's what But to me, it's like, General Hospital, we asked for Serena Baldwin back for so many times. I don't need to have brothers on the show anymore. You gave me Franco and you gave me Cody. What in the world are you doing? Like, this is as bad as Austin.
Yeah.
Like,
what's up
Logan.
with Austin, too? Oh, my gosh. That's a mess.
Wasted.
Like, you really wasted my time. I'm just like, I'm done. Like, who's next? I'm like, who's next? Who's the next character from 1990, 1980, or something like that? You're going to mess this up. Let me find out Jordan is really Keisha Ward's kid.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea, but at the same time, I'm just putting it out there in the world.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, I can't anymore. Like General
I'll tell
Hospital,
you, I've never been this disappointed in General Hospital, ever. Never.
Oh, welcome to my world.
You know
like,
me.
This is why I had divorce papers.
Yeah, you know me. Because I'm right there with the divorce papers.
Right. I mean, I never, see, here's the thing. The General Hospital, I still signed mine. I just didn't mail it out. But this is the upsetting part. Last week kicked off their 60th season. They turned 60 April 1st, for those who are wondering. And so to me, it's like, all right, General Hospital, you, just like Young and the Restless, y'all have milestones that y'all going to be hitting soon. You need to start putting some effort into this. Because I'm sorry, and I saw this online, them being the longest running current production soap that has nothing to do with it. Because this has been an ongoing thing for years, okay? General Hospital needs to tighten their stuff up. You have these big storylines going on right now, and you're like really dropping the ball on all of it. the whole thing about the hooker storyline, about, Ava being hooked and Brando being hooked, I'm going to be honest with you. Some people already tapped out because it's like you're not doing something. And I totally get it. I get it, you guys. As somebody who wants General Hospital to do a serial killer storyline the most, because I have 15 characters they need to get rid of before December.
Yeah.
I actually have a Christmas episode already planned in my head. But to me, I'm already prepared for a failure. You know what I mean? It's like, why am I getting my hopes up and I know that they're going to drop the ball and it's going to be somebody like a day player that's going to be the killer?
Oh,
yeah.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question for you. Do you see it being the victims Trina related?
Oh, yeah. Because here's the thing. Okay, let's take a look at the three first suspects, because the three first victims. Because, yes, there was three. Okay, people forget this. Ava. Ava is tied to Sonny and to Trina.
Yeah.
Okay? And to Spencer. Okay? All right. We all know Josh was supposed to be the second victim, but she walked away. Guess what? Josh is connected to Trina, Spencer, and to Sonny. Okay. Now let's take a look at Brando. Brando is connected to Sonny. He was the unfortunate, he was a sacrifice.
Accident.
Okay. Right.
Right.
So to me, it's like, all right, but he's still Sonny connected. So it's like whoever the next victim is, that's what's going to tell us a little bit more of who the real person, the real target is. You see what I'm saying? And General Hospital, I said this on on Twitter, and I truly mean this from the bottom of my heart. General Hospital, we've been through it for years. We've been through the highs, the lows, the very low lows, and the high highs. And to me, I feel as though you dropped the ball on how to promote this storyline. And if anybody knows what is my favorite serial killer storyline?
The Loving Murders.
Got that right. And it's because it was so organic, the way that, and if y'all haven't seen it, go on YouTube and watch it. But they did everything and then some. And the thing with General Hospital is like, okay, we got to figure out who's the next victim. And again, like we said, we got to figure out who. Like it's just I don't know how to explain it. But this is what I said. General Hospital, you should have did your own intro, a different intro. So, Pam, if it's okay, can I go ahead and do the promo for General Hospital?
Go ahead.
Okay. So I said, no, okay, you got a picture. You remember the old intro when they had the water and they were showing the town of Port Charles? It was like 2005, 2004, 2005.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So I have it where in a quiet town of Port Charles, New York, where danger is always near, a hook can cause a trace of worry, and General Hospital will never be the same again. Get hooked and watch what happens next. Thank you.
Yay.
Yay.
Thank you.
That's a great job.
Thank you. Like, to me, you're supposed to do certain things like that. Like, again, we the audience have to figure out what's going on here. And you're dropping the ball. Now, like I said, everybody has been saying Rory. I think Rory's going to be the next victim. I don't think he's going to be the killer. And if he is the killer, then we all know what's the purpose. It's just
because Rory's connected. But how is Rory connected to Sonny?
Trina.
Well, to Trina. That's what I'm saying.
Right,
like,
I know, but
I'm
saying, how is he connected to Sonny?
No, but what I'm saying is that right now, the three victims that, again, Ava, Josh, and Brando. Josh and Ava are connected to three people that the person could be after. Sonny, I can't even think of his darn name. Spencer and Trina, because they're connected that way. Like I said, Brando was the unfortunate soul that got, killed. But take a look at Brando. He's connected to Sonny. So right now, you would think somebody who's after Sunny is the one that's doing all of this, right? Okay. But on the flip side, you also have two people who is connected to Spencer and Trina. So that's why I said the fourth person, whoever gets hooked next, right? If it's Rory, then you know that it's somebody that's probably after Spencer and Trina.
Okay.
If it's somebody like who's else? Let's say they do get Nina, then you know it's somebody coming after Sunny.
Don't you tease me, woman.
No, but I'm just saying, if it's somebody like, let's say Christina, because Christina's kind of in the mix right now.
Right.
If they go after Christina, then it's either somebody after Sunny or Spencer.
Because they're both.
So yeah.
Well, somebody, I don't remember even where I saw this, but somebody said that it could possibly be Dex. Isn't that the guy that worked in for Sonny and Michael?
Dex?
Yeah,
because
Dex,
because of his.
Because he didn't have a reaction.
No, and because Brando heard clinking, and it was his dog tags.
Right, that's what I thought too when I saw the dog. That's why I brought it up, because of the dog tags. Yes.
General Hospital, I hope you already know who the killer is and not be just playing around like Days Are Alive.
I just have a hunch it's a day player. Something.
I have a feeling. Yeah, I have a feeling that it's somebody that we already know who it is, but they're not. Like I made a comment, and I said, "What's the Yuri? Is that his name? Yuri, the one that's dating Terry?
Yuri.
Yeah,
Yuri.
I said I wouldn't be surprised if it's him.
Nope, that's not the one I'm thinking of.
No,
you're gonna laugh when you hear what I'm thinking.
Well, you know who I'm also thinking of? I'm also thinking of Victor.
Nope, that's not the one
I'm thinking of Victor.
I even said Austin. I even said somebody that's connected to Austin, but then I thought about it. I was like, no. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Victor hates Sonny, and he always wants to get at him, and that would connect him with Joss and Brando and Trina through Spencer. So, I mean, he's got the connection through all of them.
You got the connections there, but that's not who I was thinking about either. Someone brought up a point in one of the Facebook groups, and it got me thinking a little bit. And it says, it wouldn't surprise me if it turned out it was Assistant DA Jennifer Arden.
Oh, boy.
Why would it be her?
Trina related.
And she's a throwaway character. Sorry. No offense.
Yeah. No, I don't feel that. I don't feel that.
I don't know.
Same here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying it wouldn't surprise me if they went that route.
Oh, I wouldn't either, but I'm not feeling it. And if Victor's on his way out, I pick him as a possible, maybe not hands-on killer. You know, he hired somebody to do it.
Yeah, that works.
And the other thing too that made me think of Victor is that Brando didn't die just from the hook. He died from the hook being poisoned. Now, who else would think of something like that? The Cassidines. So that's what brings me back to Victor, too.
And it was an animal poison, if I heard correctly.
Yeah, reptile. I think reptile.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. Well, anything else about GH so we can move on to the next soap?
No, I think that's it.
Okay.
All good.
All right. Well, The Bold and the Beautiful, I just don't really have a whole lot to say about it. So whoever wants to talk, you can go ahead and talk. Nathan, you got something to say?
Yes, I do. And right now, I just do not care about The Bold and the Beautiful, unfortunately.
right.
I'm so
not
sick
saying
and tired.
It's me too. I'm so tired of this stuffy thing. I want my mommy and daddy back together. I want my mommy and daddy back together every
so
day.
nauseating.
Isn't it?
What a
How old are you people? Come on. Oh, my God. I want to pull every hair out of my head. Mm-mm.
Yeah, me too. Mm-mm.
No. I like the Nikki and Deacon crossover thing, and I like seeing Dollar Bill with Finn's mom. But the rest of it,
Lee.
you can take it. You can take it. I'm done.
Same
Candice,
here.
I know you've got a lot to say. She's probably stuffing her face right now so she doesn't have to talk about it because she feels just like we do. Right?
And I don't blame her.
She had stepped away.
Oh, no. Her call dropped. No wonder why she was so quiet.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. Yeah, her call dropped.
Oh.
Yeah, she said that. Yeah, her aunt was calling her.
Okay. All right. So she said bold and the beautiful, yuck. So we'll move on from there. The young and the restless.
I'd like to add something to the bold there. You said, how old are you people? I said, these kids have I said, Mommy and Daddy have their own lives, and you should concentrate on your own.
Yep, exactly.
To get involved, why? I mean, Thomas was the first one to hijack a phone call, and now Steffi is doing it.
Yeah. Well, it runs in the family, obviously. So, yeah, no, I'm done. I'm bored to death with that. The Young and the Restless. Not real thrilled with part of these storylines.
Nate surprised me.
I'll get to that. But this one part that's the reprimanding of Phyllis and Diane.
Oh, that part.
Like they're two kids, let them battle it out. Who cares? If it doesn't affect Marchetti, let me say that, because that's what they're trying to do is get their business going. I understand all that, blah, 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 blah. But let them just duke it out once and for all. Let it be final. Let them beat the heck out of each other. Stop trying to make peace all the time. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, I agree.
They're like two kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I don't like it at all. And I hate that Jack is falling for everything that Diane is saying. She's sorry. She's okay. She's trying to do good, blah, blah, blah. But yet he's slapping the heck out of Phyllis, figuratively, of course, when it's not just Phyllis. It's Diane, too. I don't believe Diane's changed. Do you?
Nope, I don't.
I don't
Not
know.
at all.
No, I mean, it's appearing.
Think about it. I mean, when Phyllis ticked her off this last time, her true colors came out. I think she's just been biting her tongue and pretending so she can stick around in her kid's life and her grandkids' life. I don't think she's really changed. I think the real Diane is there, and we saw part of it. I think Phyllis is right,
Probably.
and Deacon's got something to say about that, and I cannot wait until Nikki finds out.
Yeah, it could be she's been living high on the hog.
Mm-hmm.
If that was
right,
wasn't he say that was an expensive car?
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I don't think she was just doing real estate out there. She was probably a sugar mama or something, or got herself a sugar daddy. Who knows? I don't know, but we'll find out.
Yeah, we will. We will.
Now, as far as what's his name that you just said? No, he said I'll get back to him.
Nate.
Nate. Oh, how can I forget Nathan? Nate.
Right.
Nate shocked me. Like, where did this Nate come from? He's never been an evil guy as long as he's been on the show, right?
Right.
That's correct.
So now all of a sudden they're totally changing his character, where he's telling Victoria what's going on, and he's going to get her to buy the company, and so he can be boss over Devon and get his revenge. When he should listen to Devon, but Devon should also listen to Nate and give him a chance with something too. He just kept saying no all the time, and I didn't like that either. And that surprises me about Devon,
right?
Because that's not his character either, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's correct.
Think it's personal?
So,
although Devon says it's not.
It's
I think so
definitely
too.
personal. It's definitely personal. They wouldn't have talked about that fight again if it wasn't personal.
But even though he's denying that.
Oh, of course. I mean, it's clear as day. And I need Elena to get some cojones and take what's-her-face out. Because she's all the time
Imani.
yapping. Yeah, all the
Imani.
time. Yeah, she's all the time yapping in Nate's. She's all the time yapping in his ear. So that's part of the reason why he's doing what he's doing.
We need Amanda back.
That too.
Amanda's got a level head.
She's coming back, all right. She's coming back.
Yeah. Yeah, we need her to control her sister, but even when she was around, she didn't control her a lot. But maybe to take up sides with Elena and, smack her sister around figuratively. Although I wouldn't mind if Elena grabbed some hair and, went from there. Oh. So what do you guys want to talk about?
Well, we did Phyllis and Diane. I'm just very curious about Diane's life, and I think that's going to prove interesting.
Nathan?
Let's see. How about we talk about Nick, Adam, and Sally? Nasty Nick Newman. Oh, my goodness, Nick. You hypocrite.
I am not digging this three-way thing at all because I don't. It's just me because I wanted Nick and Sharon to get back together. I've always been for those two, and they teased us somewhat with it, after Ray died.
They always do.
Yeah, after Ray died, they teased us with it. Now they got him sleeping with Phyllis. Oh, please.
Sally.
Or not Phyllis.
Sally.
Sally. Yeah. Two redheads, two people that have been with Nick, and you just kind of mix them up. But, yeah, I don't dig it. You like them together or no?
Nope.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know about this go-round. It might make for interesting drama. I mean, if Nick comes home with her, well, they have to give Adam and Sally like something worth fighting over, I suppose.
Right.
Well, Adam came around and realized he made a mistake, so he's fighting for her that way, but she didn't have to sleep with Nick to do that. You know what I mean? There could have been a whole lot more going on there.
I agree.
It's weird. I mean, we're not used to seeing JM with very many people, and this is the first out of the box, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, some people
it
might
could be
like
any
it.
other person.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even if they brought in somebody new, I don't know. I know some people probably like them together. Have you noticed anything on social media?
I've seen a lot more against them.
Okay.
Same here.
I haven't seen anything in favor.
Yeah. So then it's not just us. Okay. Well, I get that.
Yeah.
All right. So, I can't wait to see the next episode. You guys saw it today where Phyllis walked into the party and she wasn't supposed to be there yet because Diane was still there. So I have a feeling something's going to happen. I have a feeling there's going to be a throwdown or something at that party, the engagement party.
Same here. I can see that happening.
Yeah, you don't think Phyllis is going to come in and just say, "Oh, hi, everybody." No,
yeah,
that's not happening.
Although that you don't think Diane has really changed, do you think she did the right thing in resigning, or is it just a show, you think?
It's a show.
It's a show.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a show. I don't believe it for 1 second.
Do you think she really cares for her son and her grandson?
You can care about you can care about somebody and still be evil. And not changed. Just because I don't believe she hasn't changed doesn't mean I don't think she doesn't care.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, all right. So, last but not least, Days of Our Lives, and I know.
And we're on Peacock.
Candice had something to say about it, but I don't even know. She said that Days made her mad, but I have no clue what she's mad about. Do you, David? Did you mention anything? Oh, you know? Go ahead, Nathan.
I think it has something to do with the reveal of who killed Abigail DeMera. And it was revealed at the end of this show that it was actually Clyde who had the knife in his hand. And with Clyde as the killer, it doesn't surprise me, I think, because I think we all knew that Clyde was not this reformed person or whatever he was trained to be once he was out of prison. But for me, I just think that with this story, it was the pacing of it was poor, and the storyline and direction of it kind of fell flat for me. But as far as Clyde goes, I'm not against it. But it could have been a better storyline.
Well, I did not see that because when I went to look for Days today on Peacock, like last night, it was 2:00 in the morning. I was watching Days on Peacock, and Wednesday finally showed up at 2 a.m. So I didn't get to see today's because when I looked at Peacock today for Days to watch it before the show, it wasn't on there. So how did you see it? What time did you watch it?
I watched before I went to work 6 to 7, but I didn't see all of it.
I saw it at like 11 or maybe sometime in the afternoon before we came on here. But yeah, it was on for me today.
No, well, that is just so weird because it wasn't for me. And the last thing I saw was last night was Wednesday's episode, and they were trying to make it look like Craig was the killer.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Yeah. I didn't like that.
That's why. No,
I didn't see any vanilla
I would have been ripping some hair out if it would have been Craig, but that's why it shocked me when you just said Clyde was the killer.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It went from Craig to Clyde? Wow.
Yeah, Clyde, yeah. Clyde is the person who was revealed today to be Abigail's killer, and I think Craig is going to be the one who gets framed out of this until Sonny remembers that it was actually Clyde who did, because he said that the person smelled like vanilla. And then then it was like and then Craig, because like Craig I think had like a look on his face like what did you say or something like that, because I think for him I wouldn't, if it was Craig I would be not only shocked but disappointed, because I feel that when he came back a couple months ago as this person who was attracted to Leo, that kind of ruined his character for me. I mean, they just really dropped the ball on that storyline. They could have done much better, but if they made Craig the killer, that would completely destroy him. So I'm glad they went to someone else like Clyde. It's not only history with Abigail, he has history with Chad, Ben, and other people in that town, and so I just didn't buy Clyde being this reformed person when he came back.
Was there any vanilla with Clyde? Because I didn't see the very end.
I forgot.
Well, let me ask you this. What would be the reason Clyde would kill Abigail?
I can't think of one right now.
I would think that maybe, because I think Orpheus told Clyde a couple months back that he wanted him to do something. This is before Orpheus, Kirsten, Rolf, Yvonne were all released. I think he wanted Clyde to do something. I just don't know what it was. I think Clyde maybe at first didn't want to do it, but Orpheus probably threatened him and blackmailed him to go ahead and do it unless he was going to go after Ben and Baby Bo.
Yeah, because I can't think of otherwise why he would do it. And the other thing is, I didn't believe he was changed, but I was really hoping in a way that he was, because I like him together with
Nancy.
With Nancy, yeah. And now poor Nancy's going to get her heart broken again, because first she's got her husband that leaves her for another man, and now she's got somebody that's a killer.
Yeah, poor Nancy.
Nancy is the Sasha of Days of Our Lives right now, right?
Just about.
Just picking on the poor woman.
So,
poor Nancy.
So Pam, you didn't see today's then, right?
That's what I said.
Okay. So the other part was Gwen found out about Jennifer and the pills.
Okay, so she'll probably blackmail her, or do something crazy, like be crazy and be nice and try to help her to get back in her father's good graces.
That's what she claims she wants to do. Nathan, did they add? And that's where I left off, and I had to leave. So Nathan, was there any more with that?
Let's see here. I think Gwen found out about that, and I think in the next couple of episodes she's going to tell Jack about it. But two of them today, both Gwen and Jack, were talking about if Leo was actually innocent of the whole thing when it comes to Abigail being killed. And Jack had some doubt, and then Gwen told Jack and Jennifer that Leo was convinced it was Craig, which is totally not true. But that was about it for them today for the episode on Days of Our Lives today.
Well, I'm trying to think what else. I was glad that Brady got full custody. I could not feel sorry for Kristen. I was feeling sorry for her a little bit and thought, okay, the shared custody is a good thing. But when she kept going on and attacking the way she was in that quote unquote courtroom, I was like, oh no, that's it. I don't feel sorry for you anymore. You're playing really dirty, but then it wouldn't be Kristen if she didn't play dirty.
That's true.
Absolutely.
And I like what Chloe did. It seems like what Chloe did actually helped. Help Brady out.
Oh, and did you see the way? I think John was testifying, and when Kirsten, was going John or saying something about Marlena, John was not having it, and I do not blame him at all. And this shows that Kirsten, she's not changed at all, and I do think that she had a plan today to try to pull the rug underneath Brady, Chloe, and John, but the judge saw right through it and gave full custody to Brady. And I'm glad that Brady has custody of Rachel. I just hope that Kirsten, if she wants to get back in her good grace, in everyone's good graces, she's going to have to do something heroic to save someone else's life. And I think that's going to be where Marlena comes in. I think Kirsten is going to come up with something to save Marlena.
Yeah, because didn't Ralph tell her about that flower? Doesn't Kristen know about that flower?
Yeah.
Because I remember her being in the lab, and they were like, oh, and Dr. Ralph was like, oh, no, it was gone and whatever, and I could swear I remember them talking about it.
Yeah, I think they did talk about it at some point. That's going to come into play.
Okay. All right. Well, that's how she'll save her, and then everybody will love her again. I don't know if that'll get her any partial custody of Rachel, but, it'll be a start, let's put it that way.
It will be a big shock if that even passes. And they let her go. I mean, I can't see her. I can't see them giving her the benefit, even though she does it. I mean, she's done so much already. Countless things I can't even remember.
Right.
Right. Yeah, she never pays for her crimes. I mean, we could put Kristen away for a little while in jail. She was there for a minute before she was pardoned for everything, and get somebody else that's a bad guy for whatever reason. It's just the same people over and over. I mean, Marlena's forever being kidnapped and terrorized. Yeah. When's the last time when she wasn't?
Probably when she wasn't.
It's over and over again.
Yeah. I mean, she plays a great person as far as, what is the word I'm looking for? Victim. She plays a great victim.
Yes.
But Marlena's got so much more in her and her history than to always be a victim.
Right, that's correct.
So, do you think that, what's his name? Oh, Lordy B. There goes my mind as usual.
Orpheus?
No, the one that's been gone for a while, that was in love with Philip. Do you think he's coming back now that he's being mentioned again?
I think so. I think there's a good chance. I mean, he's been mentioning, like you said before. If he does come back, I just think that Philip is going to let Chloe be with Brady, unless Brady, as we all know, despite being a good guy, sometimes he thinks a little bit too much down there when it comes to Kirsten. But I just think that Brady's somehow going to mess up, and we're probably going to get Philip and Chloe back together, in my opinion. That's just me.
That's a good possibility.
That's Brady. He more times than that, he listens to what's down there.
And what about Eric and
Jada?
Nicole and Ray?
Yeah, Nicole, Jada. Yeah. I'm all for Eric and Nicole. I love them together. I just think that, if Dace is going to capitalize on it, now is the right time to do it. As far as Jada goes, I like her character. I just don't see the chemistry. I see chemistry between both Jada and Eric, but I think Jada might be pregnant due to Eric. So we don't know. We kind of do know in a way because Jada, I think I think somehow in the ad for Peacock, I think near the end, she found Eric and Nicole kissing, and then when she came to Brave Club to see Rafe, Jada fainted. So there you go. I don't like it, but it would provide drama.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would rather have seen Jada with Rafe because poor Rafe, when has he had a woman for more than 5 minutes?
Yeah.
That's true.
Think about it. Who has he been with for any length of time? He's always getting cheated on or whatever. I mean, he's not had a decent love life. They could give him a love life for 6 months before, slamming him with somebody else cheating or doing whatever, dying or murdering somebody or whatever, I just feel so sorry for him. Why did they get married? But I guess that wouldn't be drama without them being married, with her and Eric.
Yeah.
Dreaming about each other.
I want him to have a good... I don't want him to be the troublesome groom all the time. I mean, he married Hope, and how long did that last, really?
Yeah.
Not long enough.
No.
Not long enough.
I liked them together, too, and they broke them up. Yeah. I didn't even mind Ava with Rafe.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good pairing between them.
I mean, you're talking about...
the yin and yang.
Yeah, exactly. And I do not want Ava with EJ, and God, if I swear... one more time, her and Johnny kiss, I'm going to throw something through the TV because that is just gross, beyond gross.
Oh, you're not a big fan of that, huh?
That did irritate you. I remember you telling me that.
Okay.
No, I could throat punch somebody with that. That's just, no. Mm-mm. To me, he seems like, I'm assuming on the show he's 21 or older, but it just seems incestuous. I just can't. I just can't. I can't with it. Mm-mm. Nathan, you don't mind it?
I mean, at first I didn't, but then after what we saw in the Peacock trailer, because this is kind of a spoiler alert, so if you don't want to hear it, I recommend those who are listening, pause right here and watch the trailer again, but Ava's gonna be involved in some big, huge incident that will involve EJ, I think, Susan, and someone else. So be ready for that, because if Ava is gonna get killed off, then I would rather have Johnny with Chanel than Chanel with Allie at this point, because Chanel and Allie, to me, is just kind of boring in a way.
Yes, yeah, I agree. I liked her with Johnny better. And it has nothing to do, for those listening out there, it has nothing to do with them being bisexual at all. I just don't feel the chemistry with her and Allie. And that's what it all comes down to. But I also noticed in that trailer that Johnny was going to become involved with Lee's sister.
Yeah, Lee's sister,
Wendy.
Yeah. Wendy.
So that I can live with.
And see, and then there's that scene where you see Tripp punching him.
Yeah.
And it's either because Johnny's been with his mother, or it's because of Wendy. So we got to find out which.
Well,
that
I
means.
hope it's not the Wendy part, only because then Tripp to me is like another Rafe love life.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I'm enjoying days being on Peacock because there's limited commercials. They're very short, and you can watch it anytime as long as it shows up on your channel. Unlike mine, has not been showing up until later.
And I got to tell you, the first day that it came on Peacock, I had no commercials. Have you gotten some days where there weren't any?
No.
No.
It's just that first day for me. There were no commercials at all. And I just have premium. I don't have Premium Plus.
No, I just have whatever Comcast gives me. I don't even know if it's Premium or Premium Plus. What's the difference? Do you know?
Commercial free, I believe.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have Premium Plus, obviously, because I get commercials, but there's so few of them, and they're less than a minute long, so it doesn't bother me at all. But let's talk about Days replacements on NBC. What a disaster, huh?
Oh, yeah.
No surprise here.
No surprises.
Oh, my God, all the way down.
What did they think?
All the way. Yeah, what do they think?
I mean, because there's no soap operas left at all on NBC. None.
Right.
I think that
right.
I think that if GH went that route, like went to Hulu or something, I think the same thing would happen. They would fall in the ratings. I have not watched anything on ABC Daytime since they canceled All My Children and One Life to Live, except for General Hospital.
Other than General Hospital.
Yes,
right.
me too.
So
that was such a bad mistake. Oh,
yeah.
my God.
If they canceled General Hospital off of ABC, I would never watch it during the day again because I would have no reason to.
I don't.
Just like
NBC.
No, just like NBC. I have no reason to watch it during the day. I only watched it because I was watching Days.
Right.
Right.
And the thing is, what was I getting to? Oh, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
I mean, who needs another news channel?
We don't. Oh,
they have news on from 7 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. Nobody wants to watch that. I don't.
Same here. We got CNN. We got MSNBC. We got so many other cable networks. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It is. And you know what they're trying to do? They're trying to compete with GMA, What You Need to Know, on ABC at 1 o'clock.
How are those ratings?
That's what they're doing.
It must be decent ratings if they're still on air, right?
Yeah. Well, GMA 3 went through a couple of incarnations.
No, because I don't watch it.
No, because first it was with Michael Strahan.
Mm-hmm.
Kiki Palmer and someone else.
Kiki Palmer. And then before Kiki, it was that girl from The View. I forgot her name.
Same here.
Yeah. What was her name?
No, I don't know her name, but I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Karen Haynes, something like that.
I don't know. I don't watch The View either.
And then before that, and that's when it became What You Need to Know during the pandemic. They turned it into that with what you see now. So it sort of went like over 3 things trying to get it right, and then you know what happened before that. So.
Yeah. No, I'd like to know when.
Spot.
I'd like to know when this Pine Valley is supposed to start. Is anybody heard anything on that lately?
I haven't seen anything else.
No, I haven't seen anything else except for a couple months back. I remember I was on a live stream, and this person said that they were just about ready to do the reboot. I think they came up with a title for it or something. I forgot what it was, but nothing else on the reboot.
I thought it was Pine Valley. They were going to call it.
Yeah, Pine Valley is something else. But as far as anything else goes about Pine Valley reboot, nothing on my end. I just hope that they come through with it and really, not just have like the new like the children of that show, but also just bring back a couple of old school characters and make Pine Valley a very entertaining show.
Yeah, me too. I really want it to come on, and I mean, I miss All My Children and One Life to Live so much, just like everybody else that watched it misses it. Everybody misses Guiding Light. Everybody misses Another World and whatever.
As the World Turns.
Yeah, As the World Turns. I just don't understand why they got rid of SoapNet.
That made no sense.
Once they canceled these soaps, they could have put them on SoapNet like they had them, and that could have lived on in eternity. People would have watched that forever.
Yeah, they would. They would.
Mm-hmm. They would. Oh, that was so great to watch that channel, to see all the old shows. Port Charles.
It was.
Loving. I mean, oh my gosh, they were so good. And I think it was because when Disney bought them out, but Disney should know better since Disney owns ABC. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right.
I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, Passions too. Passions was another one.
Passions. I never watched that one.
That was a very good one.
I tried, but I couldn't get into it, and I was an ABC girl at that time, so I really didn't get into it because at that time ABC was enough for me. I was watching the 3 soaps and that was it. And every now and again I'd be watching Days because I had friends and my aunt that would watch it. And then little by little I got into The Young and the Restless and The Bold and the Beautiful. And I started to get into Another World a little bit. I think, wasn't that still on at that time when all the soaps were on?
Yeah, it was still on. Yeah.
99, okay. I think it went off.
Okay. Well, I started to get into that a little bit. Well, which one left first, As the World Turns or Another World?
Another World was the first.
Another World, yeah.
Yep.
Left first? So As the World Turns was still on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Another World was actually on NBC, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Another World was NBC, but it was a Procter & Gamble soap, so...
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, because I was watching one of them. Maybe it was As the World Turns I was watching, and when All My Children or One Life to whatever I was watching went to commercial, I would flip through the other channels, and I'd watch the soaps that were there. And that's how I got into watching what we're watching now, all 4 of them.
And the one thing that was nice is when Another World was canceled, Tom Eplin, who plays Jake, still had a year left on his contract. So they brought him and a couple of his characters to As the World Turns.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. But yeah, I really, really wish they'd bring SoapNet back, and please bring on Pine Valley. And then after you bring on Pine Valley, let's do something for One Life to Live, please, or combine it with Pine Valley. I'd even take that at this point.
Landview.
So, yeah. Well, let's wrap it up for this week, and we'll be back again in 2 weeks. And we do have a special guest coming in 3 weeks. You don't want to miss. We're very excited to speak with her, and that's the only hint that you're going to get. So October 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern is when we're going to have our special guest. She couldn't make it on our regular soap days, so she's coming on the 20th. So watch the social media, because that's where you'll find the answer to who's coming.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Yeah. So Nathan, give out your handle on social media so people can follow you.
All right. Well, for those who want to follow me or already following me, go on Twitter and type in Money Mac 101. That's a capital MONEY MAC 101 with the numbers. And my Twitter handle name is Sam McCall is the Last Morgan, Nathan Banks, and I hope to see you guys then. If you guys want to hit me up in DMs, chat, or whatever, I'm all for it. But it's been a great pleasure to talk to you guys today, the current soap operas and past soap operas, and I look forward to doing this again very, very soon.
Thanks, Nathan. We love having you, so join us anytime. We just give us a shout. Say, hey, you know when the show airs, twice a month, second and fourth Thursday of the month. So, call in. And follow Take Two Radio on all social media. It's with the number 2. And Take Two Radio Crew, which is David.
Mm.
Once upon a time, Take Two Radio Crew, just so anybody knows why he's the crew, is because that was supposed to be a multi-person account for all the co-hosts, but it just didn't work out that way. David ended up being the one taking it, and that's fine. He's still a crew member. So, yeah. And Candice, have fun with your nephew or cousin. I don't know who she said she had to go get, one or the other. Anthony, we miss you. Carolyn, we miss you. And they will be back in October with us. So everybody have a great night, and we'll talk again soon.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you. You guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.